Hi guys, what's happening? Happy Monday! Guess who doesn't have her water? Hold the line. If you don't have your water, go get it too, and then I'll meet you back here, okay? I'll meet you back here in just a second. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire, as Maria would say. How's everybody doing today? How was your weekend? Was it good, I hope? Mine was good. It was okay. Uneventful. Well, you saw it. You guys were with me. How's this view? Is it okay? I'm always trying to get the right, So, Oliver and I are having just the laziest possible day today. And I was feeling a little, the old L word for Anita. Get on and talk to your pals, Anita, because I'm having a couple of thoughts. Let's see if we can do this without, totally blinding you guys. I'm just going to put a little powder on. I'm just going to play with a couple things. I'm having a couple thoughts, and I thought I'd share and see if I can't get some feedback from you guys. Because I know that I can't be the only one having some of these thoughts that I have. And let's see if I can make any of them make any sense. Everybody doing okay, though? Seriously, I am interested, and I do want to know. I do keep track. I don't just ask for the sake of asking. Oops, I got to lift up my arm. Yesterday, when I was at California Disney Adventure, do you mind if I look over here? Is that going to be too terribly rude? You know what? I'm going to try some concealer here because I need to play with some stuff. Hold on just a second. So anyways, we were at Disney California Adventure yesterday. We were eating. And I was eating with some folks that I had not ever eaten with before. This lady who I met, I admin a Disneyland Facebook page. And when I started it, I did it for fun. You wouldn't even begin. You would not even, okay, again, Disneyland, okay? You would not even begin to believe the amount of drama I went through on this page with some just horrible people. But to counter that, I have met some of, two of my best friends I met on that page. And I have met some terrific people on the page. Now, one of the ladies I met on this page is an older lady. I think she's 74. And for whatever reason, she took a liking to me. And she's just a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. Now, she's not lonely. She's not alone. She didn't take a liking to me because, she needed somebody to hang out with or anything. She's got a huge family. She's got, I think, 4 sons. They're all married. She has a lot of family around her. So she's not lacking company or anything like that. She's not an older gal, wasting away in an assisted living home or anything like that. She used to work at the park. You know what? Forgive me. I'm just going to sit here and talk because I feel like talking and, well, that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, I'm always so bored. Afraid I'm going to bore everybody. But if I do, I guess you could just turn it off, huh? So anyways, this lady is just so kind and so nice. And she recognized me at the park one day, just from my little picture on Facebook. And she's like, "Oh, are you Anita?" And I'm like, "Yes, aren't you?" And I recognized her. And she has just been, she's been like a grandmother that I never had. She has treated me to meals. She has bought me purses. She's just like this really loving lady. So I met her down at the park yesterday. And you know what? She bought me a bag yesterday, too. Let me go get it. Hold on a second. Okay, let me go back just a second so that's make a little bit more sense. When I decided to go down to the park yesterday by myself, I posted on my Disneyland Facebook page, "Hey, anybody at the park? In case somebody was down there, I could have, somebody I could hang out with." Well, she saw that. And she messaged me on my phone, and she said, I'm not down there, but, her son and her daughter-in-law and so and such were down there. And did I hear, that the new AP annual pass bag was out, and I said, oh yeah, I heard, and I love it. I'm hoping to get one. I really like it. And she says, okay, well, they are over there, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm almost to the park, and my phone rings, and it's her again, and she says, go meet the kids at Clarabelle's. We picked up a bag for you. Okay, how nice is... Okay, you guys, we're not talking like a $30 bag. We're not even talking a $15 bag. We're talking like an expensive bag. And I am going to pay her back, but this is how nice she is. She knew. She just knew. Okay, here's my bag. How cute is that? Can you see it? It's probably got some glare on it. And I just love it because I just love it. So anyways, she says, yeah, the kids have a bag for you. And I'm like, oh man, I don't have the money for this right now. And she says, I know. She says, as you get it, when you get it, whatever, send it to me. But I want you to have this bag. And that's the kind of lady she is. She's just she's so nice and thoughtful, and she's just loving, and she's the type of person, it worries me because I don't want anybody to ever think like I'm taking advantage of her kindness, which why do I even think that? Because anybody who knows me and knows my heart knows I wouldn't do that. So yeah, they got me this bag. I'm probably gonna have to send her $2 a week as time goes on, but it doesn't matter to her, and isn't that fabulous? So anyways, we went and we were all having lunch together. I just felt like giving her a shout out into the universe for her kindness. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for plopping these people in my life that make a difference, not just because of a bag, but because they're kind. I had other friends there at the park that we tried to reach out and hook up, but we just couldn't. But, for every just horrible person that came on that Disneyland page and made my life a living hell for a couple months, I met somebody even better. So anyways, let's go around the Anita way to get into the point. And there is a Weight Watcher point, and it's just one of those heaven questions I have. Kat knows what I'm talking about. When it comes to heaven questions, anybody who may not have seen one of my last videos, my heaven questions are one of those questions that you have that you're just never going to have the answer to until you get to heaven and you're able to knock on God's door, knocking on heaven's door. And the secretary says, yes, Anita, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, I have a couple questions for the big guy. Can I come in? Can I set an appointment with him? Oh, sure, come on in. He can see you now. And you go and you sit in that big fluffy chair or whatever you imagine God's office to be like, and you have your heavens questions. And one of mine is this. Why is it that some of us have to watch every single bite, every single thing that goes in our mouth, or we'll gain weight? And some people can sit and just eat cubes and cubes of butter with absolutely no repercussions. When we were having lunch yesterday, there was another family sitting near us, and they had these two beautiful pieces, let's not use this one, of cake. Special Pixar Pure Cake. And it's red and blue and yellow. And people are like, Anita, you want a piece of cake? And I'm like, oh, no. And they all know I'm doing Weight Watchers. And then next to them was another family. And they had gotten all these bread bowls, soup bread bowls, from Bodine's Bakery. And I kid you not, they were taking these delicious sourdough pieces of bread, big bread bowls, and the top is just all and just taking the big pats of butter that you get, and just taking the bread and taking a whole pat of butter and eating it whole and continuing to do so, right? Okay, we all know somebody who loves their butter or their mayonnaise or whatnot, and none of them were overweight. And they weren't not only not overweight, but it wasn't like they were athletes or anything like that, where you could tell that after they left the park, they were going to go run a couple 5Ks and do some jumpy jacks, to burn off the butter. And I was just looking at it while I ate my chicken salad and drank my water. This was earlier before my video. I forgot to shoot that one. I had a chicken salad, dressing on the side, cranberries and raisins on the inside, a couple of walnuts, some good fats, because I am guilty of not eating the good fats, and I need to. And I just look at these people. Why is that? I mean, I know there's a scientific answer, and I know if I really, really, really wanted to Google it or call a doctor or call a friend or something, I could get the answer. But it's just like, I think I read on Facebook the other day, somebody said, why it was on the over 50 page. I think she basically was asking the same question I'm asking right now. Why? It's just so not fair, you know? And I know life isn't fair. That was one of the first things Maria told me. I remember her telling me, you know, life is not fair, Anita. Don't expect it to be. But wouldn't it be nice if, and this is what I'm getting to see if you can figure this out. If we couldn't be rewarded in our weight loss, for instance, as I'm viewing this person eat big pieces of bread with huge pieces of butter, in my viewing and looking at that person and not partaking in the bread and the butter or the big Pixar pear cake, I'm going to find a picture and put it in here, because there was 2 of them next to me being offered to me, that the weight gods would say, well, look how good Anita's being. Let's just dock 2 pounds off of her next weigh-in. Let's take 2 pounds off. Why doesn't it work like that? I mean, don't you think it should work that way? I think it should work that way. There's got to be a better way. But it's just weird. And I know sometimes, I know that you guys sometimes sit on the other side here and you go, what the hell is she even talking about? Does she know what she's talking about? Does she need to see a doctor? Does she have mental health issues? No, I just have a brain that goes way too fast, which may be a mental health issue. But don't you agree that every time we turn something down or we don't partake, that we should be rewarded? Anyways, that was my thought for now. And I just felt like sitting here and talking. I wish I had somebody here talking with me. I know I say that every video, don't I? Oh, Lord, when is she going to get over it and just realize that she doesn't have anybody there to talk to? I did talk to my buddy, little mascara, as long as we're sitting here. Why not, right? On the phone earlier today. So great to hear her voice. I talk to her, you know, at least every few days. And, yeah. I have no plans for dinner. I should probably think of something for Mr. Johnson when he arrives home. He enjoys eating. And it's been kind of a drag for him lately because he's been making his own dinners. I hate making dinner, man. So, I don't know. Now I'm just talking about nothing. I got a shout out from a YouTuber this morning, and I'm just going to leave it at that because you know what? Whenever something good happens to me, I ruin it for myself by either saying too much or making too big of a deal out of it, like I'm already doing right this very second. And I got a shout out from somebody that I just adore on YouTube this morning. I was out walking my dogs. I had just gotten up. And I always take my phone with me because God forbid that I'm not entertained at every single second of the day. It's horrible. What's wrong with us? And so I turn on the YouTube, and I got this wonderful, wonderful shout out for, not only was it a shout out from somebody that I enjoyed, somebody that I really enjoy. And it just stopped me in my tracks. Stopped me. I was like, it was so wonderful. So I need to just shut up and accept it. Why is it so hard for some of us to accept and receive things? I love giving things out, giving things away, giving gifts. I love it, love it, love it. But it's so hard for me to accept a compliment or a gift or something nice. And I just hope that this person knows how much it meant to me. Because it's like Joe Perry called me and said, I think you're hot and I want to take you on a date, okay? It was that big of a deal. A lot of you probably may not even know who Joe Perry is. Actually, Joe Perry and I kind of look a little alike with our gray hair and old faces. So anyways, I guess that's all I have for now. I'm just sitting here looking out my dirty windows. My windows need cleaning so bad. Oh, what have I had to eat today, you ask? I had... I bet that if your life depended on answering this, you could. And you would live. In fact, I'm fairly certain. I had... What you doing, Liebchen boy? Overnight oats for 3 smart points. I had an ole wrap with Laughing Cow and chicken for 2 smart points. So that was 5 smart points. And then I had a protein bar for 3 smart points. Oh, I had some Trader Joe, like Cheeto type Trader Joe-ish ones for 4 smart points. And I had some cantaloupe. You know, I can eat a whole cantaloupe or a whole watermelon easy in one sitting. And that's probably not so good. Man, if you get the perfect cantaloupe or the perfect watermelon, it's just the perfect amount of ripeness. Ripeness isn't a word, is it? Oh, well. Going on 13 minutes. I'm going to shut my yap now. And we'll talk to you guys later. But yeah, don't you agree? Don't you think for everything that we pass up and say no to, and that we see other people indulging on right next to us, right next to our heads, that we should get some kind of something out of it on the scale? I do, and that's going to be one of my heaven questions. I love you guys. You're all awesome, man. I love reading your comments. It makes me feel so much better. It makes me feel like I'm not really sitting here just by myself, and I appreciate it.